Hey everybody, Tekking here. So as you can imagine, this was a rather more elaborate video that I filmed. Happy April Fool's Day, by the way. I wanted to do something really different than the ones I usually do. I usually just make a bullshit video talking about how either some story in my life that wasn't true, or last year I did the thing where I'm quitting Bleach. So I wanted to really just go in a different direction with it. And honestly, I've been wanting to do this kind of video, like a Da Vinci Code inspired video, for probably close to a year now. It's just that obviously the undertaking that it involves is quite time consuming, and it's not something you can just throw together in an afternoon. With that being said, I did manage to throw it together in an afternoon. I was sitting in class today, it was probably like 10:30, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to do it. And I immediately went out, bought a bunch of paper and stuff, and I did it. So yeah, I'm just going to show you around here because this is my room as it currently exists. There's no way I can sleep in these conditions, obviously. But let me just point out a couple of things, kind of like an extra bonus feature for those of you. I'm sure that if the video's already been up, you guys can probably already tell all the different memos. Like all these notes are pretty much just massive references to every movie, video game, comic, manga, TV show that I've ever played or watched or read. That's basically what this is. So first up, we have the board here. The board is pretty much just nonsensical ramblings. I started off with something of a narrative, the secret of the strawberry lies with the tiger's gem, and that's like the strawberries referencing Ichigo, the tigers referencing Chad. I did put Chad's tattoo there. That's supposed to be Nozarashi, and Yachiru equals that. This is part of the Feminachi sequence, I think, from what Google says. I just typed in Feminachi sequence in Google and then put the first result there. The Feminachi sequence is something from the Da Vinci Code, so I wanted to reference from that. The 15 that takes up most of the whiteboard, that's of course referencing Ichigo's name, as well as the thing on his door on his room. 15 is a reoccurring number in Bleach, and Ginjo even mentioned that once, that it's a reoccurring number. Sorry, my voice is dying, and I just finished filming it, so obviously it's not that great. But anyway, down here, okay, these are lyrics to a Panic at the Disco song entitled Come On. And then that's Brock Lesnar, just because I was, it's one of those things where it's just words and names pop into my head. They just go on the board because they don't have to make any damn sense. I even forget what this was. Let's see. That's a reference to something else. You won't understand. That's Uryu's bow, the Soul King's sister. What? That's supposed to be the formula for circumference, but I'm pretty sure I fucked that up. Diameter times radius times 2. Pretty sure I messed that up. But it's been a while since high school geometry. This is referencing the combat pass, and are they aliens because of it? Toshiro is the secret villain of the series. Just remember that. Then we have Remember the Alamo, which just because that's supposed to be the fairy tale limbo symbol. And then we have Masashi-san with the question mark, Hiro Mashima, the mangaka fairy tale. Taco Tuesday, which is a reference to a Dragon Ball Z abridged episode. And then the only other one more thing here is, what is Urahara's hat made of? What is his hat made of? It has to be made out of some bendable, malleable alloy in order to withstand all that damage it took. It has to be. So then down here, the only other relevant thing is, of course, the cult members, which are planning on summoning Cthulhu. So we have the Triforce, then we have the 5-pointed star. These are just Japanese symbols I mostly picked off the internet. I have no idea what they mean, or the Chinese symbols. I have no idea which one or the other. This is a reference to the major people that inspired me to start making YouTube videos. That's James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, Noah Antweiler, the Spoony One, Lewis Lovehog, Linkara, Brad Jones, the Cinema Snob, and Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic. That's just Ripkaze Shini, because as I was writing all these out, there has to be a good over 50 of them in here. As I was writing all of them out, I was like, some of them probably should reference Bleach, maybe a tad, so that's what some of them do. Bolton's Roll, that's a reference to Game of Thrones. That's Meatwad, and that's Master Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That's just some random, actually no, that's pi. That's one of the random number sheets that actually do have relevance. That's pi. That's the symbol from Pillows. That's from Fully Cooley. That's just an eye I was trying to draw. That's random numbers. That's the Avengers logo. That's Izumi Curtis's symbol from Fullmetal Alchemist. Can't Run. These are references to Slender Man, because the Slender games, you have to go and collect the 8 pages if you've ever played Slender. So all the 8 pages of Slender will be found somewhere in this room. Like, there's one right there. There's the Found You one. There's the, no, 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 no. And I think I recreated them fairly well, because those are really simple to write. Hail Hydra, another reference to Marvel movies. To spoilers tacked to my computer. I think that's kind of obvious. Asimov was right. That's the referencing Isaac Asimov, a famous science fiction writer, and I really like his work. Up here we have Scatter. That's a reference to something you won't understand. That's obviously Byakuya's Scatter reference. Over here we have called Jimmy McGill. That's a reference to Better Call Saul. Something else you'll see throughout these rooms that I'm sure DC comic fans will notice are the Green Lantern symbols. All the different lantern rings are there. The black rings there. That's the X-Men symbol right there. But we also have there's the blue lanterns right there and the red lanterns right there. I think the Scarlet Sapphires are right here. Yeah, there's a bunch of random numbers. Pontiac symbol, Stonecutter symbol from The Simpsons. This is supposed to be something, I just typed in Star Wars symbology, and that's something that came up. That's another Slenderman one. Always watches, but no eyes. The cake is a lie, and the parallel to that, we have the pie is the truth. So remember that, kids. The pie is the truth. Arlong sucks. I put under my picture of Arlong. Winter is coming. Game of Thrones. Right here we have my DS friend code. So there you go. I'm already maxed out in friends, but there's my friend code if you want it. This is a reference to the movie The Number 23 with Jim Carrey. Horrible, horrible movie. Never watched The Number 23, never. But I figured it fit in with the theme I was going with, so there we go. That's just infinity. That's another symbol from Star Wars. It's supposed to be the Jedi symbol, but I just fucked that up. That's the Contra code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, start. That's the Green Lantern symbol, obviously. That's a Pokeball. I love Jessica Nigri, because I do. And this was supposed to be me drawing Asnot, but then I realized I drew basically a dick, so I figured, you know what, I'll just leave it in there. Why not, right? Over here, over 9,000, self-exclamatory. This is Runic, which is like the language written by like Vikings and stuff. I was a big fan of that, like that type of writing back when I was in elementary school, so I just remembered a few characters. I think that's an M, I think that's an O, I think that's a G, but I'm not 100% sure. These are really just bottles of Gatorade. I don't want you to think I literally peed in them. No, that's just Gatorade. What else? This was supposed to be the Torchwood tea, if anyone's ever seen Torchwood, but I got tired of writing all the hexagons, so I just left it at that. On this wall here, this was supposed to be some Gallifreyan imagery. This is the Black Star ring. This was supposed to be the Yellow Lantern cores, but I used a highlighter. You can barely see it. It's another Slender note. That's supposed to be another Doctor Who imagery there, because of course Peter Capaldi, hence why I put the wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Tinker Tailor Soldier Sailor, that's a reference to Hellsing. Another reference to Hellsing is over here with Alucard's little poem, the I am the bird of Hermes, eating my own wings to keep myself tame. Homunculi. This A is a reference to The Walking Dead, which I should have put next to the Terminus sign, but I thought that would have been too obvious. Triforce, right, in 3 pieces. Nevermore, Nevermore, that should become off obvious. That is a reference to Edgar Allan Poe. Long Live John Oldman, that's a reference that most of you probably won't get. That's a reference to the movie The Man from Earth, which is probably one of my, if not my favorite science fiction movies ever. And they're making a TV show out of it. I've mentioned it on some live streams before. But that's that. This is a reference to Slender the Arrival, which is like a sequel to the original Slender game. The time here does have relevance, 4:30. That was the time of day I was born. I was born at 4:30 p.m. on April 24th, 1993. Just as some random more Chinese or Japanese imagery. And that's a list of celebrities that I like that have big boobs. Like I said, you write about 50 of these damn things. After a while, you just get kind of tired. But I think I covered them all. I think I did. And then just random stuff I wrote down here. This has no relevance anywhere. But yeah, so that was my April Fool's video. I had a lot of fun filming it. Hope you thought it was a little bit funny. I had a horrible chest cold while I did this. I still do. And my nose is all stuffed up and my voice is pretty much dead. But I'm glad I did it. I'm happy I did it. Because I've been stewing on this idea for a year. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Huge help you've all been. More cool stuff's coming up soon. I'm going to an anime convention next month. It's going to be great. This month, actually. No, April. Yeah, this month. It's going to be great. Going to get a lot of video. Going to have a lot of fun. So I'll see you back there whenever we get to that project. In the meantime, we got plenty of Bleach coming up. So stay tuned.